before it gets too late. Todd Monken has been hired the Cleveland Browns head coach. He's brought in George Warhawk, and he's also stole the Baltimore Ravens. Travis Switzer, Harbaugh didn't pillage the Baltimore Ravens as I thought. Todd Monken went in and destroyed the Baltimore Ravens offensive coaching style. Go ahead, Todd. Todd already know what he wanted to do, and he's showing the Cleveland Browns that he means business. And looking for everybody to leave to follow Todd Monken to the Cleveland Browns, a team that everybody said was a mess and a disaster and dysfunctional. Hey, new energy's in the building. That's why we call it the new Cleveland Browns. Oh, SHEDEUR Sanders started something in the NFL, and those dominoes are falling. I mean, people are coming in left and right, free will, coming in signing contracts, and they're saying, hey, it's time to work. Go ahead, SHEDEUR Sanders. That's how you do that, young man. And also, footage came out that Todd Monken's arriving at the Cleveland Browns campus. They call it the mortgage campus. And we got footage of that. And also, I got footage of SHEDEUR Sanders and Todd Monken with that first public interaction. And if you know anything about body language, this body language was genuine and authentic. Todd Monken, he even said, and this is confirmation, that he wanted to draft SHEDEUR. All collusions aside, even if it was a collusion, and they couldn't draft SHEDEUR Sanders in the first round, second round, and maybe the third round, they made several calls to SHEDEUR Sanders before he got picked up by the Cleveland Browns. Look at God. It's called perfect timing. Even when things seem like it's been denied. Oh, God's will and purpose will be done. It will be done. Who's not to say that Todd Monken has not been praying to coach SHEDEUR Sanders? Hey, if you don't believe me, I didn't make this connection, so I got to give credit to this tweet here. But he even said Todd Monken, which I broke down in my live, was the offensive coach for the University of Georgia Bulldogs when they went back-to-back, the collegiate champions in 2021-2022. Do you know who Todd Monken was trying to get to come to the University of Georgia? SHEDEUR Sanders. Even SHEDEUR Sanders, if you go back and look at some of his old videos, he showed proof of an offer letter from the University of Georgia. Todd Monken was there. And Todd Monken just stated that he even tried to draft SHEDEUR last year draft. So we can say for the last 5 years, Todd Monken has been trying to coach SHEDEUR Sanders. And SHEDEUR Sanders is the one that denied the University of Georgia, understandably, because he wanted to go to Jackson State in Colorado to be with his father. Understandable. But God's purpose still is being executed. His will cannot be denied. For some reason, this is perfect timing that Todd Monken and SHEDEUR Sanders is linking up just for a time like this. No one saw it. No one else could have wrote a story like this. Some of the best authors in the world could not have orchestrated this. But God's hands is in this. So the reason why I'm saying this year, 2026, it's no telling what we're going to see. It's no telling what we're going to see in the NFL regarding the Cleveland Browns. I know that Jim Schwartz is upset he left. I don't know why he would left, but maybe he's not meant to be for him to be part of the Cleveland Brown history, because the way that I see going forward, the Cleveland Browns momentum is strong. There's no telling what's about to happen this year. Todd Monken brought George Warhawk. He took the Morris Raven OC Travis Schwartz today on January the 30th. Todd Monken is coming here building that foundation. And the way that he reached out and he broke that physical barrier with SHEDEUR Sanders when he first saw him, that means that Todd Monken, he wants to work with SHEDEUR. He adores SHEDEUR. The way that he grabbed him and didn't want to let him go. And this is what actually took the cake. When he said, we tried to draft you. X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, 3. You know, we tried to draft you. And then he also said, and I still want to talk to you about what happened. That means Todd Monken, out of all the candidates that was interviewed for this job, now I know today for sure that Todd Monken is the head coach that God wanted in that position for the Cleveland Browns, despite all of that negative narrative still, with SHEDEUR Sanders being in the building and Todd Monken being in the building, God's will and purpose will be done. Yeah, you may see it just as football, but so many life lessons are coming out of this. Everybody should take notes and see exactly what's about to happen. And as I stated in my last live, the live I just did today, and if you haven't seen that live, you got to see that live because I dropped a lot of knowledge. And for Emmanuel Acho, not to give that sorry advice to SHEDEUR Sanders, talking about SHEDEUR Sanders shouldn't listen to nothing that Todd Monken has to say because Todd Monken hasn't been a head coach before. But I'm going to say this to Emmanuel Acho. Let me tell you one thing. You didn't say that about Kevin Stefanski because Kevin Stefanski was never a head coach before he got to the Cleveland Browns. Kevin Stefanski was only a tight end coach, running back coach, and a quarterback coach, if you want to say that. Kevin Stefanski didn't have any head coach experience before he came to the Cleveland Browns, and now he's moved on to the Atlanta Falcons. You never say that SHEDEUR Sanders or any player should not listen to their head coach, because if SHEDEUR Sanders was the wrong type of young man that was influenced by what you say, Emmanuel Acho, SHEDEUR Sanders will be that tyrant and that narcissistic and that arrogant player that everybody tried to make him out to be before the draft. So Emmanuel Acho, I'm trying to tell you, I don't know what you're doing and why you're doing it per se, but leave SHEDEUR Sanders alone. Leave him alone. I know you have a job to do. But if you're not watching what's being set up right now, God will shut all of this down. So leave him alone. Let this young man be a regular NFL player like all the other players. The NFL hires 1,696 players across the 53-man rosters across 32 teams. Leave SHEDEUR Sanders alone. Leave SHEDEUR Sanders alone. Leave him alone, Emmanuel Acho. Go find somebody else to pick on. All these other players, go hop on somebody else. All right, Emmanuel Acho, this is the certified CU1 team. For Todd Monkens, welcome to the Cleveland Browns. George Warhawk, welcome to the Cleveland Browns. Travis Swissager, welcome to the Cleveland Browns. And New Cleveland, welcome to the Cleveland Browns. And if you don't know this, there's 3 quarterbacks for the AFC, for the Pro Bowl. You got Josh Allen, you got Justin Herbert, and you got SHEDEUR Sanders. Hey, so if SHEDEUR Sanders is a replacement, hey, don't forget that Jared Goff is also a replacement for the NFC. Why nobody's talking about that? And Josh Allen arrived to the Pro Bowl on crutches and a boot. So who you think they're going to put out there to start the Pro Bowl? Hey, NFL, if you really want to put Twitter on his back, hey, NFL, if you really want to stir up some mess this weekend, go ahead and announce that SHEDEUR Sanders is going to start the Pro Bowl. I would love to see that. And SHEDEUR Sanders, go ahead and let everybody know what your number's going to be. Is it going to be number 2? Is it going to be number 12? Or is it going to be number 1? I just said something. If you don't know, I hope you catch that. All right, Vesters, until next time, make sure you get your no-show drink and your best. Vested up today, because we vested up today.